My name is Erinn Watkins. I served in the Army for 29 years, and I retired as a Master Sergeant, which is a EA. I found that I was very angry, and I think the anger came from how I was treated by different people I worked with. I always say that toxic people come in all shapes and sizes, and I knew I had a lot to contribute to the military. And I felt that all these distractions, all the toxic people, the hostile work environments was a distraction. And that made me angry because I had work to do. And I had to put that aside to deal with the hurtful issues that sidetracked my progression. I was very successful. And I think part of the issue was I never got to see my greatness. I never got to achieve whatever my greatness would be. I was very disappointed, very sad, very angry. No one had to tell me. I just knew I was great. I felt that greatness in myself. I challenged myself to do something even bigger and better. I always look for those opportunities to seek out greatness. I felt the obligation to be my best. I just felt that I never got to the apex. I kept getting better. It was a colleague that suggested that I seek help. I didn't know why or what she saw, but that process of asking for help was very difficult. And she actually had to do it for me because I couldn't. When I finally got into a counseling program, my primary care at the time suggested I do this program, which was all day, every day for 30 days. And it was called IOP, which is Intensive Outpatient Program. I didn't think I had a problem. Because I'm a soldier, I decided, okay, I'll just go anyway. So I showed up. I had to drive an hour to get there, and they said I didn't have to talk, so I did, because I didn't think I had a problem. I was just angry until it dawned on me after 30 days. Then I started sharing. It turned out that the things I was sharing related to the other participants because it was group therapy. I remember one day I was in the anger class and we walked in and the counselor wanted us to draw our anger. You walk in and there was crayons, markers, colored pencils, construction paper, and everybody else was drawing. I'm just sitting there. And then I picked up a pencil and a piece of paper, and I drew a head with no face, and I drew arms with no hands, like this. Because in the military, when I got angry, I wanted to pound something, but I could never make contact because you can't be outwardly emotional. So I always contained it. Drawing that allowed me to release the anger. So I never saw it again. And I came up with a name for it. And it was called The Incredible Hulk. Even after 30 days, I was extending an additional 2 months in this program while I was on active duty. My place of duty for 3 months was counseling. And because my experiences dealing with the challenges and being resilient, getting through adversity, they wanted to hire me to help other participants. But I wasn't ready because I still had to work on myself. Now, after going through the process of writing a book, which was very therapeutic, I'm able to use my experiences to help others. So now I volunteer with the Veterans Treatment Court here in Williamson County, which I've been doing almost 4 years now. I've mentored female veterans that came through the program. I've mentored them to graduation, and seeing them start to finish is very rewarding, and helping them helps me. I think some of the programs, they're too complicated, and I've been able to simplify to understand the logistics behind being resilient, to make it simple. And simple steps are what I use to help my veterans. The simple things they can focus on. Lead with positivity. Always answer a negative with a positive. Never leave negative thoughts hanging out there. Mentally help them. I'm living proof that programs work. If I can encourage another veteran to reach out for help, this is the program to do that. Being humble. For me, it was, I'm high performing, I'm high achieving. Surely I've done all these things in the military. Why can't I just make a phone call and make an appointment? Why can I not do this simple thing? It's being looked at as you're incompetent. Can't help yourself and being judged. And in the military, there's none of that. You're supposed to be self-sufficient. You're supposed to be able to take care of things. And here you can't take care of yourself. It's ingrained in your brain, especially with females, to not ask for help. Because if you ask for help, then you can't do your job. You spend how many years in the military and you can't do this simple thing? So for me, when I retired, what was helpful for me is that my sister did everything. When veterans, if they have enough courage to pick up the phone, they may be on their end of the rope. That's why it's important for a program like this to be a one-stop shop. Because if I pick up the phone and I call and I need this thing, I need you to take that, treat it as a case, and run with it. I don't need extra steps because I can't do the extra step. This calling was the step for me. That's all I got. We need programs like this that'll take the next step and take the next step and get the veteran on the path to where they need to go, because the veteran's not going to do it and they're not going to ask.